Hello everybody, this is me, Blake Trains and More, and today we're going to do something a little bit special. As you can see, this is my entire HO scale collection. Well, minus track, but track and scenery stuff, but I can't let use that anyway, so that'll come at a later date when I start building the layout. But anyway, as you can see, it's a lot. It's kind of a problem. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a slight problem. It's fine. It's fine. As you can see. Yeah. So, a little bit of background on this collection. The first ever HO scale item I ever got was this. Here, I'll show it to you. This lifelike GP38. This was a gift from my uncle who got it as a reward for doing something while he worked with CSX. I don't know, maybe working for 10 years. I don't know. But that's pretty cool. You got it for some reward of some kind. I have no idea what it was. But it was at my great grandpa Jack's house. But unfortunately, he passed in, I think it was 2017, 2018. I don't know. I'm too young to remember that. I was too young for that. Anyway, and they were giving away some of the stuff in his house. And I got a clock, a couple other things, and then my Uncle Glenn, not my Uncle Glenn, my Uncle Glenn, who worked for CSX, was there, and since he lives in Michigan, it's very hard to see him, especially down south in Alabama. But he decided that I should get this because, he knew that I like trains a lot. And, it's a good thing I got. Obviously, you can tell it's got some glue because something, the handrails kept falling off, and I tried to fix them with very cheap tools when I was very young, and I did some weathering on it with a pencil, so it's definitely not in the best shape as it should be. But I do have a non-powered, or not well, it's powered but it doesn't work, lifelike GP38, lifelike GP38 in Santa Fe colors. Now the shell in it is horrible, so what I was thinking was to just take the chassis off of this one, put the powered chassis on this from the Santa Fe one on this one, and then make the Santa Fe one like a dummy or like a museum engine. I don't know. But yeah, although I got to get that one fixed first. So anyway, and for a while, that was the only thing I had. And then I got a Lionel O scale, O27 New York Central Flyer set. And that I ran that a couple times, but then I just pushed it around with my hand. And then I took it apart recently to get it fixed. Well, get it fixed. It hasn't been fixed yet, and it probably won't be for a while, which is fine. And so so how did I get for all this, you may ask? Well, let's take a look at this little Bachmann FT over here. So, it's the December of 2021, and I had turned 15 that July. And I'm opening my Christmas gifts, and suddenly my aunt hands me this big box. I'm like, okay, that's odd. It's a really weird shaped Christmas present. I open it, and it's a Bachmann Santa Fe Flyer train set. Unfortunately, I lost the box because the box was very poor quality. But yeah, it came with this locomotive. Although this is technically a replacement, but I'll go on to that in a future video. But came with a Bachmann FT, UP gondola, as you can see, very generic and train set. like. Came with, where is it? There it is. This Delaware and Hudson car, which actually, if you look closely, it has a car track on it, so that's pretty cool. And finally, it came with this Santa Fe caboose, which, yeah, it's missing a piece there, and the coupler on the back is just not there. But, yeah. And so, in 2021, I officially started my HSCO collection. Now, granted, it was just a train set, and I only ran it like a few times, but eventually, when I got more Christmas money, I decided I'd go check out Train Time Hobby, which sadly is not around anymore, unfortunately. But anyway, before I get to Train Time Hobby, I actually got some stuff from my mom's boyfriend before. That being this very non-functional Santa Fe F unit from the 80s. It's gonna need some drivetrain work done on it. Well, done on it. I'm not really made any progress because I don't really like it. Then I got this Tyco Santa Fe C630. As you can see, it's a little rough around the edges, but my God, this thing. Once I cleaned it up and got all the gunk out of it, still got some cat hair in it, but that's because I have cats. But anyway, once I got it all cleaned up, shined it up, this thing runs like a champ. Now, it doesn't work too well on my Kato track, but it works just fine on the Bachmann track, so I guess this one could be like a Christmas tree one. Speaking of Christmas tree. Wow. Anyway, yeah, this one could be a Christmas tree one instead. Which is fine, because I still have some horn hook cars that I can run behind it. Not a big consist, but enough for it to pull without too much trouble. So anyway, then I went to Train Time Hobby, and I decided I'd buy a couple things. Now, I don't know exactly, don't remember when something was bought from there. I only remember the locomotive I bought. There's two of them. There's this one. AHMC liner. This was the first one I bought. As you can see, it needs some work, but eventually I'd like to get it rebuilt, repaired, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that one I think was maybe $15 at best. It wasn't that expensive. Then next time I went there, I got this, my very first 6-axle engine. That's actually powerful. Technically, my C630 has 6 axles, but it's not the strongest puller. It's more made for speed, so. Anyway, this is my UP Blue Box -9. It's missing some of the detail parts, which is whatever. As you can see, they had to tape the fuel tank on, but for $50 and with 2 horn hooks, this was the main runner. And I've done some work to it since. I've lubed it up, and yeah, it definitely needs some loving a little bit, but for now, still a solid locomotive. And I put a Katie on the back. I didn't put one on the front because I lost the front coupler housing thing, the lid for the coupler box, so fortunately only has a rear coupler, which is fine though, because I mean, I don't really have the room to pull an entire 3 locomotive train, so, or a train that would require that many locomotives, so anyway. And then after that, the next locomotive I got was this. My very first Athearn Genesis locomotive. My very first top-of-the-line, brand new, never-run locomotive. As you see, it's 8646, one of the C&W twins. I found that out like literally only like this year. I had it since like 2022, so you know. But yeah, it works every time. The detail is amazing, and it's just a solid engine. This one is DCC ready, so it's DC technically, but DCC ready. Yeah, so this one's DC, 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 DC. There's only a couple that are DCC, and I'll show them later. Alright, so anyway, after that, the next thing I did was I got an eBay account, and I got another locomotive. Actually, a lot of locomotives, but I'll go for the first one. This is my Conrail SD70. Yes, it's missing some detail in the front. I have it, I just accidentally pulled it off one day, but I'll get it fixed. As you can see, rear ditch lights because Conrail is strange, but no marker lights. I mean, it has the housings, but they're all blocked off. But anyway, cool locomotive. I think it was like 120, and this is like the first release from like 2002, like early Genesis, like one of their first models, I think, in the Genesis range. So that's pretty cool to have. And then the next locomotive I got, I'm actually going to skip this one because I'm going to go to the one before it. This is a Skill Trains Operator Tier 4 Gevo. I don't know, nothing too special, but it's DCC. It runs great on DC, and I'm sure it runs even better on DCC when you have all the access to the features, but I don't have DCC at the moment. I can't afford that. But yeah, I actually got this from a friend at a train show. It was I think it was the March train show last year or this year. Yeah, whatever it was. But yeah, that was cool. The LARHS train show. Met a couple friends I've never seen before in real life, and I got a model train I could take home. So that was cool. I think the friend gave this to me for like 180. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. Don't ask me on the prices for everything. They're all but vague memories. Then after that, I ordered this. This is I bought this off of eBay. Well, technically Train World, but on eBay, so not exactly eBay, but it's a UPSD70 Ace, Genesis, DCC sound. And this is probably my favorite locomotive besides my C630 because I love SD70s. They're just something about them that's just like, they're so cool. And I've actually seen this engine 3 times before in 1 year. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It runs great. The sounds on it are out of this world. They're a little loud, but it doesn't bother me too much. It bothers the cats. The cats hate it, but yeah, they're cats. Then next one I got, skipping over a few of them, Athearn Genesis GP9. Now this one has DCC as well, but it doesn't run on DC at all. Nothing at all. So you have to see why it's having issues. It's only one of my new engines that doesn't work. Now I'll have to go take it somewhere to get it fixed, but I haven't done that yet because I've been busy with literally everything else in life. But one day this one will run. I mean, the detail on it is exquisite. So yeah. Now the next locomotive I got was a Scale Trains Rivet Counter Gevo. This is the special 2022 Spirit of Benton engine. That's pretty cool. I saw it on the website and I was like, oh man, I gotta have that fantasy scheme, cool number. You know, it's just cool locomotive. And it's my first Scale Trains Rivet Counter, and not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed. It's pretty good. Yeah. And it's got an NS spec cab because it's got the high number boards, and and it's got the rear ditch lights. So they most likely used an NS tooling for this, but still pretty cool. Then I didn't get any then the next locomotive I got was my very first steam locomotive. A Southern Pacific DSSSP, or DSSP, whatever that means. Denver South Park Pacific, maybe? Oh. It's a Tenshoto 060. It definitely needs a new paint job at some point, but it's a perfect little steam shunter. It's even got a cute little air compressor, so that's cool. But yeah. And then got the granddaddy of them all, the big chooch. Oh yeah. My River Rossi cab forward. Yeah, this thing is a monster. Except for it's got... Yeah, I gotta fix that. The valve gear's all kinds of wonked up, but... The seller said it ran, so as long as I get that valve gear in place, it should run just fine, but I haven't done that yet. Mainly because I've been lazy, to be honest. Alright, so... The next locomotive I got... Well, it's actually two locomotives. These two NS Jeeps. Yep, that's right. They're just Athlone Roundhouse, DC only. They're not the best detail, but they're solid engines. So I got these two for $150 for both of them. Not for one of them, just for both of them. It's $150. So that was a pretty good deal. Thanks to I think it was Burnsy on Discord who sent me this. If you're watching this, thank you. I really enjoy them. Yeah. And then after that, I got my biggest locomotive diesel-wise. I've always wanted to have an S80 Mac, and it's a shame they're all scrapped, but I bought a brand new Athlone Genesis DC SD80 Mac. Yeah, it's missing a sand filler hatch. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's missing the sand filler hatch, but other than that, it's fine. By the way, I got this and the Genesis -9 off of House of Trains. Pretty cool place. Definitely check them out. They're a small town railroad shop, so everything makes a difference. We don't want to lose our model shops around here. Very good shop. Would definitely recommend. Enough blabbering. The next thing I got, also I ordered from them, GP50 with a working beacon light. It only works in forward, but still pretty cool. Genesis, DC only. You already know the deal. And after that, I got something I thought I'd never get. Rapido. Yep, that's right. I got a Rapido High Hood GP38. And I gotta say, Rapido is now my second favorite brand. Because the packaging, the instructions, the detail, it's just... I'll make a video on Rapido at some point, but... S-tier company, S-tier model train. It's just quality stuff. And so that is all my locomotives. Now, am I going to get more? Yes. I have bought more model trains, and I just can't stop. I can't stop buying model trains, man. I got to get them all. My goal is to have at least one of each SD70 variant, SD60 variant, and then maybe one of each different railroad and other rare locomotive classes, like a BL2 or an Alco of some kind. Whatever floats my boat. But for now, that's all my locomotives. Now let's get to the fun stuff. Alright, now that you have the locomotives done, let's get to the freight cars. As you can see, it's mainly all box cars. I like box cars. Box cars are cool. So, anyway, let's continue on with the stuff over here in this corner. So this stuff all right here is all stuff needs to be worked on, or is missing parts, whatever. So, excuse me. We have a chassis. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have another chassis that's missing wheels, but we have another chassis. This one's almost ready to go, it just needs axles and new couplers. We have a frame with literally nothing else, just a plastic frame. We have a gondola that needs wheels and couplers. We have an auto rack that needs couplers, and it needs the rack piece put back on. DuPont tanker, again, just wheels and couplers. And this one I got, but it's got some plastic that broke off of it, so I don't know how to fix that. But it's an Athens, so it shouldn't be too hard. Then I have this car that needs a special wheel and axle set that I don't have yet. Another car just like it, with some graffiti tags on it, pretty cool. A maintenance of way hopper. I'd love to get this one running, but as you can see, ain't got no wheels. Then I have an NYC, I guess. No, I'll bring this one up close, but I don't know if it's like pipes, torpedoes, like. If anybody knows what this load is, please let me know, because I have no clue, to be honest. And then I have a hopper, Sioux line. It's got a weird coupler design on it that I don't really like. It's whatever. Then I have a rock car. This one's pretty simple, just couplers and axles. Again, same frame, couplers, axles. Here's a frame. This one's ready to go, just needs something to put on it. So, that's nice. And then I have, this is the weirdest thing in my collection. I don't know who manufactured it, but it's made in Japan. It's got NEM couplers, I guess. I don't know what these are. It got attacked by the dog. It's missing a piece there. It's orange, and it's Baltimore and Ohio. So that's strange. Oh, look, it's my sister. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know who made this, but I got it in a... so, long story short, I bought a giant tub off of Facebook Marketplace, or my mom's boyfriend did. And we went to pick it up, and this is one of the things in the tub. Besides a bunch of scenery stuff and some other cars. Yeah, I don't know who made this. Bump the tripod. Oh well. Then I got a refrigerator line, Swift's Premium. So that's cool. Love to get this car running because that silver and brown looks really nice. And then you have, it's not really a broken car, it's just I need to get a new coupler box for it because missing the coupler thing there. Coupler, it's got horn hooks, but they're metal, so I mean that's good at least. But overall, it's a decent car. So that is all the stuff that's basically broken and needs fixing, or just needs like other things done to it. So then also from that we have two shells. We have a Great Northern shell. It's got some damage from the dog got it, because of course she did. Whatever. And we got another car, Chicago, Illinois Midland. Wood-sided box car. Or single sheaved. Outside sheath. I don't know. Some boxcar nerd is gonna tell me, actually it's this. Yeah, well, whatever. Meanwhile, I'm over here. We got BN Gone. This is a recent addition. Same with this Canadian National Gone. And also you got the UP Gone. You guys already seen that. Got another Western Maryland Gone. This one has some weathering done to it, while the other one has some like damage done to it, like to make it look like it was beat up in service. It's got a Kilroy was here decal, so that's pretty cool. And then the other side, you can see it's like meant to be like one that's been beat up in service. And I got this funky looking flat car, 6-axle Louisville, Nashville. It's got all these studs on it. Yeah. Swivel butt couplers. But anyway. And we have Rock Island bulkhead flat. I have a decent amount of Rock Island stuff. Well, I have more of the Rock than the Rock Island, but it's the same railroad, different corporate identity. Now, let me move over and adjust the camera. So now we have caboose. Or caboosin? Cabooses? Caboose? I don't know. We have the caboose. So we have this one, Santa Fe caboose. It's a made in Yugoslavia, so most likely a lifelike. Yeah, it needs some wheels and couplers. Problem is, if most of the stuff is they have like ridges where the coupler boxes go, so I can't just install a Katie replacement coupler box very easily without a file. But yeah, then we have a lifelike for sure. Again, needs some work, needs a little bit of cleaning, as you can tell. The Bachmann, this is the Trainset one, so nothing too special. This, I don't know if it's a roundhouse or what, or if it's a blue box, but it looks like me, like an F1 blue box. It has metal handrails. It's got one coupler as of right now. As you can see, the other coupler off the back fell off, but I'll get it back together. There's that. And we have this one. This is a Bachmann. Decent shape. Have a UP. It's got a smudge there, but still decent shape. This one actually has the pipe here, unlike the other Bachmann. Southern caboose, very, very, very low quality. Like, this is one of the cheapest models I have, but still pretty cool. Southern bay window caboose with knuckle couplers, so this will go great with my high hood. It's even got the marker lamps molded in, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, metal handrail. Doesn't say who made it on the bottom, so anyone's guess. Most likely Bachmann. But yeah, that's my caboose. And if you look in the back, I have my coal hoppers. We have an MSTL, 2 of them. So we have this one. We have a Delaware and Hudson one, an older Bachmann from the 80s. This came from my mom's boyfriend. Except the, I don't know, not the other one. I have an MSTL for coal load, so that's cool. N&W. Cargo moving people. I think this is a newer Bachmann, like recent, like 2000s and up Bachmann, but still pretty basic. But it's got metal axles, so that's hopefully it makes it real good. Then we got my train set car with the car track, and then we got my Athearn, my only Athearn hopper. It's even got the like flaps on the bottom that actually work somehow. It's got a really nice coal load. Yeah. Then we got some wooden cars. These are from like, I guess like the 60s or 50s, I don't know. But they're not in the best shape. I'll probably sell these to someone who actually knows what they're doing with them. But they're still a nice novelty to have. Oppenheimer. Not to be confused with the Oppenheimer. And I got a Purina car because I have cats and a dog and they have Purina food. So I kind of had to. Then my only Pennsylvania thing. Yeah, not too glamorous, but whatever. And then we have my passenger cars. As you can see, I have a streamlined set that I will like to expand at some point, but for now it works. And then I have an old style set, as you can see. So actually, I'll show you a couple of special cars from that set. So I have 2 Napa Valley wine train cars. Then I have a C&O Combine. I don't know if this is on the video or not, but yeah. Then I have this 50 or 40 hobby years car. Don't know when this was released, but I'm guessing 1973. So that's pretty cool to have. Actually bring this one closer up so you guys can read a little bit more on it. Yeah, Colossal Coast to Coast Road Museum car, 6 Freedon cartons, publications. Yeah, I don't know. This car is a mystery to me, but pretty cool. Back. Then we have reefers. We have a couple Ralston Purina reefers because again, cat chow, cats, Purina, Ralston, Nebraska, you know. Pacific Fruit Express, we have 3 of these. They all have different designs. I don't know why, but they do. There's another one. There's another one. There's 2 Walthers. Or not Walthers. I think they're Walthers. I don't know, I don't remember. Milwaukee Road reefers. They're all the same, so I'm going to show you the other one. We got this reefer. This is a Athearn ready to roll Milwaukee Road reefer. I have this really cool MKT refrigerator car, express refrigerators. This would have gone on like passenger trains. Actually, if you can tell, it's got brake lines and all that. So this must be like a really detailed model. So that's cool to have. My only super detailed reefer. Here I got another reefer, just a generic lifelike. Another reefer, Burlington route. This one's got a nice weather job on it. Not by me, of course, because I don't know how to weather correctly. Another one with really good weathering. Yeah, it's got the Santa Fe route on it. That's cool. Okay, now here comes the fun part. The box cars. Yeah, I may have an obsession over box cars. Who cares? Box cars are cool and useful. So we have this Western Pacific car. Again, this one is also made out of wood. By the way, the cars made out of wood are from mainline models, which probably doesn't exist anymore, judging on how old these are. And I have cattle cars. I have a Great Northern one. Santa Fe. I really like the blue on this. Oh no, the shell came off. That was too expected. Then this really nice rolling AHM one. AHM Tempo to be specific. It's got the coupler missing, but I'm sure it's in the box somewhere over there. Yeah. Then I have another C&W one, but it's just a shell. But I'm sure it goes with one of those flatbeds over there. Oh, I need some water for a second. Oh yeah. Always stay hydrated. Then we have my 40 footers. We have shock control. We have a Conrail one. These are all Ferries brand. They're mostly all Athearn Roundhouse. Or Blue Box, sorry. We've got Southern Pacific. If it'll focus. If not, oh well. We got a Cushion Cargo L&N. That's cool. I have a really cool looking Rio Grande car with the Bumblebee scheme. Or the yellow and gray, I don't know what they call this scheme. I'm not a Rio Grande fan. Illinois Terminal, this car is pretty cool. The Road of Personalized Services. Northern Pacific, Main Street of the Northwest, you already know. Another Rock Island car, because, I mean, come on. How can you not like this scheme? This is like the best paint scheme of all time. Shame it made them go bankrupt. Ooh, those are falling too low. Oh, thank you. Then we have MKT. You're never gonna guess what railroad this is. Nope, definitely. Oh yeah. So you got 3 AccuRail rail box cars. These are just pretty cheap kits. Pretty easy to assemble. Might get a few more 3-packs because more couplers. More couplers? What? More box cars. Yeah, there's no script to this. I'm just doing what I'm doing. Got a Burlington Northern Western Fruit Express refrigerator car. I think it's a refrigerator car. Yeah, it is. It just doesn't have the thing on the ends. Gotta ship it on the Frisco. Nice. We got 2 Athearn, I think these are Roundhouse. Yeah, Roundhouse box cars. I don't know what the difference between Roundhouse and Ready to Roll is, but somebody does. We got a Road of the Streamliners. Still got its horn hooks, but I'll replace them eventually. Not right now. Same with this Milwaukee Road car. This was actually a brand new kit, never unboxed, and I assembled it, and it's got the horn hooks because reasons, but America's Resourceful Railroad, also America's Bankrupt Railroad. Yay. My first ever kit I assembled, automobile box car. Pretty cool. This was when they actually put automobiles in box cars instead of auto racks. That was a strange time in history. Got a plug door, I think. Chassis system, because cats. I like cats. Got a Chex Mix car. Pretty cool. Got RF&P car. This was a pretty cool car to find. Don't see those often, especially for like a short line that doesn't exist. Or was it a class 1? I don't remember. This car was cool to find. When was the last time you saw one of these roaming around? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Don't mind the noise in the background, that's just people being people. UPFE. This is my biggest box car. Thing is a brute. And it doesn't take my layouts very small curves. Well, layout. It's not layout, just a bunch of tracks on the floor. Then I have SPSF. Yep, that's right. We got the Southern Pacific Santa Fe, a company that never was to be because the ICC is very dumb. Was. Oh, but the phone fell off. Anyway, then my last box car, that's, well, modern box car, like one of you could still see. DNRGW High Cube, very short and tall and stubby. It's very strange proportions. And then we have 2 Bachmann UP refrigerator cars, or mechanical reefers, I guess. Or actually, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just normal cars, but whatever. Got 7-Eleven car, not a real car, but cool to have. Oh, thank heaven. Then we have a Jello car because, I mean, who doesn't want a whole box car of Jello, right? Then you have a really weathered Santa Fe car, Grand Canyon. Again, same route map as the other one. I don't know why my sister's going crazy, but whatever. We have this pipe load. I think these are straws, actually. If it'll focus, but cool custom load. Athearn blue box. TTX trailer train, you know. Then we have this, which I think came from the Chattanooga choo-choo train set, but I just got this single car. Hold on, I have to stop for a second. Anyway, sorry about that. We had to stop for a second. Anyway, yeah, this came from the Chattanooga choo-choo train set. Then we have this Milwaukee Road car, custom load. pretty cool detail on it. It needs some work. But yeah, of course my camera isn't focusing because that would be fun. Anyway, flatbed, UP streamliner, serves all the West. Yeah, whatever, just generic. It's whatever. Got a ATSF one. Why is my camera not focusing? Come on. Alright, whatever, I don't care. You already know what ATSF looks like. Rio Grande. Flying letters, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, pretty cool. Then I got the 3 Horsemen. Actually, no, the 3 Musketeers. It would be the 4 Horsemen if I had one more. But I have 3 Burlington hoppers. Gondolas. Yeah. They're all in decent shapes. They're whatever. They all need love. But that is everything. Every single thing. From locomotives to freight cars to projects to whatever that orange B&O caboose is. That's everything. 3 years of collecting. All with mostly my own money. Except for the F unit. The FT, I'm sorry. Got the Lifelike GP38. And then a few other bits and bobs from my mom's boyfriend. But other than that, the amount of progress I've made in 3 years is quite substantial. And it's not stopping. Oh, if I find a good deal on eBay, I take it. That's probably why some of my cars need a lot of work, but still. The majority of my fleet is runnable, which is a good thing to have. Because beforehand, this was my only part of my fleet, but now that I have all of this, and I have all these locomotives, yeah. So, am I upset that I never had model trains when I was younger? Yeah. But does it really matter now that I have this big collection all in the span of 3 years? No. This is just the fact that I've done this for 3 years, and this is how big it's gotten. Like, there's people who spend their entire life collecting model trains, and it barely gets this big of a collection. Like, I've made some real gains. And next year, oh yeah, we're gonna get even more stuff. You already know it. Eventually, I'll run out of room and have to store it somewhere else. But for now, this is me saying goodbye, and we'll see you guys with more model train updates next year. Bye. This Lifelike GP30. Whoa.